I'm sorry, but this is pure garbage. You will look like a reptile, a snake, a Komodo dragon. And it's so orange. Hey, welcome back. Today's video is going to be an update on all of my first impressions that I've done through every single video up until now. So that does mean it's a decent amount of products, so I'm gonna be going through these like rapid fire, just one by one. Just gonna breeze through it just so everything is not too long. I have a tendency to make very long videos and I need to cut down on that. So I will be going through these very quickly, just letting you know. So all of the videos that these products are going to be in will also be listed in the description box below. So you can see my initial first thoughts, my first impressions on these products. A few of these are bunched together, so that's how I'm going to kind of do it. I'm starting from my first video all the way to now. So that's how it's all going to play out. All the products talked about in this video and whatever is on my face will be listed in the description box below. And definitely check it out. I got this foundation on that I'm trying out for the first time again, and it's kind of bomb, and I need you to watch that video because I have a feeling it's going to end up good. Also, yes, curled hair. You probably saw the other video before this one, but curled hair, trying something new. I think I like it. Okay, before I begin, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you like my content, if you like me, if you like anything you see here. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video, comment on this video. It really does help me out. And definitely make sure to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. So if you want to see an update on all the first impressions products that I've used on this channel, then just keep on watching. So first video I ever did, I did a first impressions on the Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer, the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation, and the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. That was my first ever video, which was nerve-wracking, but that was my first video. These two products have become favorites for me. This I love to mix in with other concealers to make them long. If I'm looking down here, it's because I have my notes because I'm trying to be a productive ass bitch, so I have notes for all of these. The Tarte Shape Tape Concealer for me is too cakey by itself. I like to mix it in with other products to prolong the longevity of the other concealer and make it a little bit more matte and more crease proof. I really love mixing this in with my other concealers as well. This Tarte foundation has reached holy grail status. I love this foundation. It wears beautifully on my oily skin. It looks flawless on top of texture and pores and acne and all of that. Doesn't cling to any spots, doesn't become splotchy or blotchy, and it definitely is full coverage. I can get a very beat glam face with this foundation. Now unfortunately I do not have the Tarte Poreless Primer. I don't know where it went. I really don't know where it went, and I don't care to because it was terrible, okay? It was so greasy feeling on the skin, so slick, and made the foundation very slippy and slidey, and that is not what I'm looking for today, okay? I do not want more slide on my oily skin, but I don't know where it went, so I'm just gonna put a picture of it so you know what it looks like and to stay away from it, because if you have oily skin, not good. Not good. It was actually featured in my full face of makeup I hate, so I'll link it in the eye above and in the description box below so you can see it in action there, but I don't know where it went currently and I don't care to know. Next, I have a full foundation first impressions review on this foundation. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I have it in the shade Sand, and this foundation just did not impress me in any way. It was very mediocre, didn't last long, didn't give me much coverage. It was very, very light coverage and built up. It was very low medium coverage. Yeah, I don't really like this by itself. Doesn't really last on my oily skin. I did use this to mix with some matte foundations to make it a little bit more dewy and healthy looking, and that seems to prolong the longevity of this foundation, but just by itself it's kind of mediocre and not really something that I'm really impressed by or would really recommend. So these first impressions are from my full face of Wet n Wild makeup tutorial, which again I'll be linking description box and above. But these two products are the only things that really disappointed me that I tried for the first time. This is the Wet n Wild Au Naturel Nude Awakening palette. I did see that they reformulated this, and thank God. This is garbage. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this is pure garbage. It is terrible. I'm sorry. It's so chalky, dusty, powdery, no pigment. Ugh. Okay, it doesn't last long on the eye. It like fades away into nothing. The shimmers dust onto your face, and it's just not good. And also the color selection is so boring. And there's only like 3 matte shades. Like 3 or 4. Who only wants 3 or 4 matte shades? This is just not one of Wet n Wild's most impressive palettes. They definitely do better palettes now. I really recommend their new color icon palettes. Absolutely amazing. If you see this is garbage, don't pick it up. And this is the Wet n Wild Kohl eyeliner in Simma Brown Now. I have not really reached for this after, just to be honest with you. It's not something that I really am looking for. When I want a Kohl liner, I need it to be waterproof, smudge proof, because I do have extremely watery eyes and things tend to smudge and smear very, very quickly for me. And this is just not one of those products that stick onto the eye. This is great for smudging and all of that, but there's just better, creamier, nicer eyeliners out there, and this is just not one of my favorites. Also this, I'm not particularly disappointed in this product. It blends it out nicely. Oh, this is the Wet n Wild Contour Stick in Oaks on You, and I'm not particularly disappointed in the application of the product. It blended nicely, it's pigmented, it does not feel greasy on the skin, it sets down. What I'm mostly disappointed with is the shade. This is the lightest shade, okay? And it's so orange. It's so orange. It's straight orange pigment on my face. And that's just not something that I'm really into. Unfortunately, this was a pass. But if I ever want to look like an Oompa Loompa, I have this product to give me that look. So the 2 primers I tried out in that video, the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer, works great, just a nice sticky tacky base. Just a typical eyeshadow primer. There's nothing amazing about it, but there's nothing that's terrible about it. So it's just a couple of bucks. If you're in need of an eyeshadow primer, I do recommend this one. This is the Photo Focus Face Primer, and this is a very matte primer. Holy cow, it is very matte. Do not use this with any matter, drier foundations. You will look like a cake face. You will look like a reptile, a snake, a Komodo dragon. Insert any other reptile name here. But with more dewier foundations, this does work out very well. It doesn't have a silicone texture, it doesn't have that slip that silicone does, but it still does blend nicely into the skin. It does sink in very well. It has a very nice lotion-like consistency, so if you're not into that texture of silicone, I think you'll really enjoy this. And plus, if you have oily skin. This doesn't really do much for pores and brightening complexion and evening skin tone. I don't know how to do any of that. It's clear on your face, all right? It's not doing any of that. But it does help the foundation from sinking into your lines and just, you know, making it wear better throughout the day. Moving on to my favorite products from that video that I tried out for the first time. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Skinny, Mega Slim. Oh, I've been saying it wrong this whole time, okay. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny Tip Eyeliner, and this is amazing. This has become my favorite eyeliner. I use this constantly. It is so nice and thin. The tip is amazingly pointed. It doesn't fray out because it is a felt tip. It's so opaque and black and long wearing. It doesn't say it's waterproof, but it's basically waterproof. It is like not going anywhere. So this is the contouring palette in Dulce de Leche. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's how it's gonna be. I really enjoy this product. The tone of the contour is very nice for lighter skin. It's not orangey, but it's not so gray that it looks ashy and muddy on your face. And it is the perfect kind of neutral brown to contour with. This powder right here is very finely milled. They're both very finely milled. And this powder right here is very brightening on the skin. So if you do need to do some extra brightening, definitely recommend this product. However, they only do come in 2 shades. So my darker skin gals are not going to be able to use this product, unfortunately, because it only comes in like a warmer version of this. And I think the deepest skin tone that can probably use it is like medium skin, not even tan, medium, slightly deeper than me can probably use this product. But it's a very good product. It blends beautifully into your skin, doesn't splotch or blotch up anywhere, and it's just a great affordable contouring palette. Another product that I did not like, I don't have it anymore because I don't know where it went and I don't care to know. It's the Wet n Wild mascara that I used in the video. I'll put a picture of it here so you know what it looks like. It was terrible. It had nothing going on, nothing. It did absolutely nothing to my lashes. If you watch the video, you'll see. And now you can see now the difference of a good mascara. Holy cow, there is no comparison. That one was pure garbage. It had no product on the bristle. There was like nothing there to give me any volume. It gave me a little bit of separation and a tiny bit of length, but it was just like fanned out, natural, very, very, very natural looking lashes. And if I want mascara, I want the extreme, like there's no in between. I want full beat false lash effect, or I'm not wearing any mascara, because why go through the bother of putting on that mascara and removing it later only to have it look like my natural lashes. The next batch of products I'm going to talk about are from my full face of first impressions video, which I filmed in January, I believe. And so I used 2 primers in that video and I hated both of them. After using this for a while, I don't like this under foundation, the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Stick It to Pores Mattifying Pore Primer Stick. I don't like this. It's very greasy. It does that like slip slidey type of behavior. Don't like that. However, on natural no makeup days, when I want just my skin to look a little bit more perfected with no actual foundation or concealer tinted moisturizer on top, this does a great job of just mattifying and filling in those pores. Yeah, so I only like this when I have it on bare skin. I don't like it under foundation. It can make the foundation slip and slide and can feel a little bit heavy on the face as well. And the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist was pure garbage. You know why? Because it cracked so easily and the product spilled out entirely. So there is nothing in this. I've only used it a couple of times and after that, it just left. The product has evaporated and I don't know where it went. I didn't like the nozzle on this. The spray on this is terrible, okay? It is like a water jet on your face. I don't know how many people would want a water jet rather than a fine, beautiful mist, but this will definitely give you that water jet effect. I didn't see much from the oil control portion of this. It didn't really do anything in terms of controlling my oil. It even made me more dewy, which is the opposite of what it claims to do, but this was a disappointment and it's actually empty, so it's gonna go in the garbage can. So in that video, I used the Model's Own foundation. I'll put a picture of it again. That has been returned, okay? 1, it was too light for me. Just pointing that out there. 2, it was so dry and cakey and heavy and matte that it looked terrible. I did not like it. If you saw in the video, it looked very heavy and thick on my skin. Did not like how it wore either. It was a matte foundation, but it got so oily so quickly that it was just not impressive at all. And it also emphasized every little imperfection I had on my skin, all that texture, all that acne, all of those dry spots. It was terrible. All right, we're not gonna talk about that foundation no more. It has been returned and we shall speak of it no more. In that video, I also used this Tarte highlighter that I got in like a sample. This is their Amazonian clay highlighter. This is in the shade Glimmer. This can be a little glittery on the face, however, it doesn't emphasize any of my texture. I really like how this looks on the skin. It has a great undertone of like a champagne gold, which works very nicely on my olive skin. And this is just a really good highlighter. This is actually one of the only high-end highlighters I actually own. And it is a very good product. It lasts all day. It gives a nice sheen with some glitter, practically undetectable. But my main concern was if it's going to emphasize my texture, and it definitely doesn't. In that video, I also used this e.l.f. finishing powder in Fair/Light. This is absolutely nothing special. It didn't really do anything. It's just kind of a regular schmegular powder. It is detectable on the skin, which I don't personally like. I like powders that kind of blend out into nothing, so you can't even see them. And this can look a little heavy if you apply too much. Not really impressed. I love the packaging though. So the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara was a good product. It gave me a ton of volume. The mascara on me flakes because everything flakes on me, and so does the waterproof one actually. The waterproof one also fakes. The waterproof one also flakes, which I am not a fan of. This does work really, really well on my lashes. It gives them a lot of volume, a lot of thickness, not too much length, but it is more of a volumizing mascara. I do still like my Tarte mascara better, which is dried out, and I did not get it during the Ulta beauty sale. I'm terribly sad, but it's okay. I have an inexpensive alternative that I love very, very much. Yeah, I just like drugstore mascara better. I think for a fraction of the price, I can get the exact same look, and that's basically what I prefer to do. And the last product from that video was this Lime Crime Velveteen and Blue Flame. This is a drier formula, although it is a very opaque liquid lipstick. It is very thin as well. It smells amazing. I love the smell of these. And it's not streaky at all. It wears decently well because it is a much drier formula. You can get the butthole lip effect with this liquid lipstick, but I really love the color. I really like the formula. It's not too drying for me personally. However, if you don't like liquid lipsticks that are dry at all, you definitely won't like this liquid lipstick formula. And then these 4 products I talked about in other videos, giving you my thoughts. These 3 are in my top 10 under 10, so you can imagine that I love them. But if you want my specific thoughts on them, I'll definitely be linking the video down below so you can get my exact thoughts on these 3 products. And my thoughts on this Lorac Unzipped Desert Sunset palette can be found in my top eyeshadow palettes. So you already know my opinion is very good on this product. But if you do want my full thoughts on this product, I'll be linking that video in the description below, just so I don't repeat myself and that becomes very annoying very quickly. So that wraps up my video, guys. I hope I did that quick enough for you because it was a lot of products to go through and give my thoughts on, but I hope I at least gave you some information on any products that you were interested in. Of course, first impressions aren't actual reviews, they are just my first initial thoughts. These products now are definitely reviews of the product. All the products talked about in this video and whatever is on my face will be listed in the description box below. So check it out if you want any of the product links. And before you leave, you should definitely subscribe to this channel. If you like me, if you like my content, if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe, like this video, comment down below because it really does help my videos out and my channel and me subsequently. And make sure to hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my uploads. I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks so much for watching. Bye.